Quick note, this took me an entire week to create. I'm never doing a half-hour video again. Notice anything different? That's right, I made a background. Quick disclaimer, I'm no artist, I know that. But I felt that since I'm 10 videos in, I should probably create some consistency for this channel. This is why I'm making this video, to show the process. I don't know if it'll be successful for future videos, but I'm always down to try new things. Plus, if it looks bad, I can add blur and bury all the shame deep inside. Greetings, humans. Today, I am going to be drawing this bedroom. Well, I already have drawn it, I'm just talking over it to make it less boring. It makes like a... well, I don't know how to describe it. Now, obviously when you're drawing a room, you want to kind of start at the very beginning, drawing the box, the sort of box that would be the room, because when you've done that, that's when you can actually move on to like furnishing, props, that sort of thing. Now, I have been given topics from humans that you call friends. I have a few. Hopefully they get me through the 30 minutes. I don't want to use them all too quickly. So I'll use them later. But I used to use Adobe Photoshop, but I've been trying to sort of transition over to Krita, mainly because Krita is free before the subscription ends and I will have to pay again to use Photoshop. You know what every bedroom needs? A door frame. I know this. I live in a bedroom and I have a door frame. And a bedroom wouldn't be completed without a bed. When was the last time you saw a bedroom without a bed? That just sounds silly, I'm going to be honest with you. Hexagon propaganda. Hexagons! Hexagons! You also need a wardrobe, because where are you going to store the human clothes? And the dead bodies. And the skeletons in the closet, one might say. That is a saying amongst you humans. You also put posters on your walls to express yourselves, give yourselves personality. Make yourself predictable and known by others. I do not fall for this predictability, but I decide to put some there anyways. You also have windows to see outside. I personally do not like windows. I like dark, secluded areas like caves to manifest evil plans. think I can use my first topic now. Actually talk about the drawing. I see. Well, right now I am creating some posters because I had sketched out the posters and now it was time to actually draw what the posters were going to look like. I used a line tool to make it nice and straight and then I started drawing people on them. Oh, this character. We will talk about this character that I'm drawing later. Big up to them when I do mention them. You'll see what I mean later on. Since you put your passions and interests on posters, I considered world domination, because that is my passion and interest. Look at your pretty little world on fire. Oh, shout out to all-seeing eye entity I met 560 million years ago. They were a true one. A real one, you might say. A true G. Oh, this is the drawing of me and my henchman. We went to Mars. It is very boring over in Mars. Your world is so much more interesting, trust. Don't go over there. Even though I think you should do all of the line art first, I was quite keen on just drawing and then colouring, and I would move on onto the other sections like that, because I'd like to slowly add colour one by one to each of my finished doodles. Man, I love world domination. That's what helps me sleep at night. I actually felt pretty smart with how I did this, putting the cello tape onto the posters and making it slightly see-through, a see-through blue. Makes it look see-through. Thank goodness for an opacity meter. I don't know where I would be without it. Seriously, opacity meters. Shout out to the opacity meters. Shout in, we're not shouting out, to the different brushes. I hate them. I don't even use them, I use basic brush. I don't use the other modes. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The classic yellow. Big up to Erin Tiveridge. She's actually quite funny. You guys may not know Erin Tiveridge, but trust me, give it a little while. They're gonna blow up. Keep your eyes out for this one goober. Which moves me on to my next topic, Denk. Oh boy, do we have things to say about Denk. The Denk situation is crazy right now, I'll be honest with you. And if it does end up getting any more crazy, then I'm gonna have to make a video on it. They have done some... Man, I can't even explain it properly. It's too indescribable. Seriously guys, watch out, Denk is on the rise. And for the worse or for the better, I don't know. Hexagon carpet. Well, part of a hexagon carpet. From here it just looks like a trapezium. Trapezium? Is that what it is? Let me look up what a trapezium looks like. Your human shapes are strange. Oh, I was right, trapezium. Lovely. I have to say, I am a big fan of hexagons. They aren't my favourite shape, but I do like them. Hexagons are pretty cool. Plus they, you know, fit with the whole style of who I am. Mr. Hexagon. That's me. Also, why do you guys have mats / carpets? It's one spot that is soft, and then it can end up being a stark contrast to all the other places. Oh boy, did I dislike the floorboards. They were probably one of my worst sections to work on. No, I should have kept it like that and then just edited the middle ones instead of just like, you know what, it's fine. I forgive myself. Making good time. I haven't used up all of my topics. Right. The next topic, emoji reactions. Emoji reactions are amazing. Think about it. You have an emotion, use an emoji. You can't explain it through words, just use an emoji, right? But reacting through an emoji is just speed. You have to type out a response or type an emoji, you just hold it down, you hold down the message, or you click on the message depending on what you're using, and you just use an emoji to react to it. Fastest thing ever. Beautiful. I've actually been told that I use emoji reactions too much, especially the heart emoji. People say, oh, you've used the heart emoji again. Why do you have it on click? I don't know, it is one of my, it's a recommended emoji because of how much I use it. Speaking of which, speaking of people telling me things, people criticising my works, someone said, or they asked me when I was going to stop using a grey background. Now, I'm going to stop using a grey background now because I'm drawing my own background and making a video about it for content. That's what it's about, content. I'm never drawing floorboards again. This was far too strenuous. Who are flooring their boards right now? Me. I am. Look at these boards. The floorboards. Beautiful. Okay, next topic. Send It's Weather Channel. Gang, if you have not heard of Send It's Weather Channel, then you might as well have not been outside. Send It's Weather Channel is the weather channel to go to when you want to know out? Find out. Yes, correct grammar. The weather channel to go to when you want to find out what is going on in your area. Well, I mean, unless you're not from the UK, the United Kingdom, then he's useless for you. But if you are located within the UK, where he does his UK weather channel, then you should watch it. He uploads regularly, and I would say it is quite helpful. Shout out to Send It's Weather. Go watch his weather videos to find out what is going on in the world. He does videos and live streams, so yeah, he's doing quite well for himself. Go give him some love. Oh, shout out to Denk too. They're awesome. I'll link them in the description as well. Now, I don't know if you've seen my 50? No, that's far too ambitious. The 20 sub special. That sounds better. But I had these curved windows that weren't square, they were like pointy at the top. I was trying to replicate that, but it had to be from a different perspective, so I ended up trying to figure out how you were supposed to draw that section. I got there in the end. Through cheating. There we go. Problem solved. Now, as you can see, I've already done the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and for the door, I wanted to do, you could see into another room and there would be some glow coming out of it, and that would mean like the door would either be closed or maybe a different sprite where it was partially open. And then I kind of gave up on that. It seemed a bit complicated for my beginner self. So I ended up doing just a door with its handle, and then removing the handle because I didn't like the handle and drawing a new handle. This was a good move, I think. Well, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. Much better. Now I did want to keep the glow, so what I did is I put the glow underneath. Okay, so it seems like there's light coming from underneath the door. Smart thing, I know. Now, I was done with the majority of the room, but obviously there were a few more things to do, like the bed, the wardrobe, the exterior. So I moved up to the bed. I didn't want a basic rectangle shaped cover. So what I did is I made it curved. Why did I make it curved? I don't know. I just liked how it looked when it was curved. Not much you can really do about it. It was just cool, I guess. Now the lines were kind of messing me up. I couldn't really see which were the bed lines and which were the floorboard lines. So what I did is I ended up just hiding the floor for a minute while I just got the bed in the right position. Epic stuff. Right. My next topic. World domination. Yes, I love world domination. I said this before, but that's what helps me sleep at night. I love dominating the world, watching it crumble, watching everything go to heck. That's what I live for, that's what I thrive. That's how I thrive. Me without world domination is like humans without a phone. Just give me a little bit longer and I will have taken over the world, I promise. The bed was one of the easier ones, I think, because well, I was able to draw the bed quite quickly, yeah, and after that it wasn't too difficult to just colour it in. I had a minor issue of perspective, but you'll see that later on. hexagons! Hexagon propaganda! Yes! Yes! I already said this, but hexagons are my favourite shape. My favourite shape is a triangle. I love triangles. I don't know why. They're just pointy and dangerous. Makes me feel daring when I'm in possession of a triangle. But I had to remain loyal to hexagons because it kind of, you know, it felt right. Missed triangle, and then I would be made out of triangles. No. That is not for me. I would argue that the wardrobe was actually the easiest. Had a fairly decent shape. Nice and even. And even though it was basic, it still felt unique while I was making it. And that's what counts. I don't know why I added one. I don't wear clothes. Well, I do. I have that one set of robes that I wear for every video. But other than that, I can't fit into your human clothes. It wouldn't make any sense. But it is in order to fit in and hide amongst the humans, so that I may strike when you least expect it. Before you say anything, they are not eyebrows. I know they look like eyebrows, but they are not eyebrows. I swear. Me jump scare. I saw myself. I did indeed import myself into the drawing realm. This was so I could, well, find the scale properly, if you get what I mean, those who know. I would say that this drawing session was very relieving. Just being able to doodle and take a break. Because in the end, this is just a hobby. I just enjoy doing it every now and then. But turning it into a full-time career is a big no-no. I think I'd go crazy. I did end up forgetting that I had a door frame. you need a door frame to frame the door. And while I was making the door frame, I was thinking, hey, let's just make the door better. We're going to make a better door. Why not? So, recreated the handle, and I added a bit more detail to it this time. Because that's what stuff needs, detail, love and attention. Okay, next topic, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, again, I asked friends for topics, so any of these topics are from friends. Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, I don't really know what to say about Sonic the Hedgehog. He's a blue hedgehog, and there are a lot of video games about Sonic the Hedgehog. The Sonic community, I am sure the Sonic community is a nice community. If not, then what are you guys doing? Lovely door. This is where I became unpredictable. I created a cactus. Yes, I know I didn't sketch out a cactus, but I wanted to add some props. Make it feel more lively, if you get what I mean. Green cactus. Seriously, cactus is the best. It clears all the other plants. But then again, that is my opinion. Don't argue with me. I do not condone it. I just like cactuses, cacti, because, well, you don't have to water them as much as other plants, so they're a little bit more low maintenance. Good for those who haven't gotten into the habit of watering plants. I think I have like 5 cacti, because they're just very easy to take care of. Now I know what you're thinking. Mr. Hexagon, you already said you can't fit into human clothes. Why are you putting human clothes all over your floor? Well, it's an illusion. Think about it. All you humans leave clothes all over your floor. If I leave clothes over my floor, that aren't mine, but they are still human clothes, it still gives off a familiarity. Further tricking you. Boom. Evilness at work. I also realised you could transform and stretch and rotate to make it look flat or wide. That was an absolute lifesaver. 1,000 seconds in, and I am drawing a hippo plush. Isn't that lovely? Shout out to the hippos. National Hippo Day is coming soon, so shout out to the hippos. If it is a hippo, I don't know. Well, that concludes the drawing. I'll use it as an end screen so you can take a longer look at the final product, but that's it. Hope you guys had a nice time. This is Mr. Hexagon, signing out.